FamCast Media. Bitch.
No.
Ratt Talk, motherfucker. Get down with it, identity. Shit it all over one that fake bitches. Man, I kinda smoking dank, kicking ass on the side. Bringing that flavor, she elevating the vibe. Boom, bitty, bye bye. Who's getting high? Everybody is bitch. Watch our time flies with that real talk with a steel cog. Taste it, jizz with a twist and your chin on your face is. Podcast basics, aced it. Going ape shit. Up the ante when they blaze and I take it in. From the gays to the scum to the friends. Every Wednesday when the day ends, all enemies wish they had this energy. This is Ratt Talk, catch an ice bag injury. Y'all moving like a motherfucking centipede. We accelerate just to devastate the industry. Horse got the boss sweet, this could be the enemy. Turn that fucking mic on, I guess we'll have to see. Ratt Talk.
Oh, and look at that with the perfect time. Oh, wait, you're not done yet? Oh, all right, yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody. This is another episode of Ratt Talk, your weekly check-in of, I don't know, regular shit and human shit, people shit. Oh, man, speaking of shits, had a doozy right before this one. Amanda Cano is my co-host. She will be back any second now. We began this episode thinking that we did not have any booze, and apparently we do have booze. So we are trying to obtain said booze and get the show started for you, everybody. My name is Matt the Rat. Oh, look at that. You even got waters. Cool. But hi, Amanda. How are you?
Hey, everybody. Sorry. Like, right when we were about to start, I realized, oh, shit,
remembered.
we still had a bottle of tequila in the fridge.
And here I was making sure that I was super stoned before we started. Because
Oh, because you didn't want to...
I don't want to
sober?
Yeah, I don't want to... Well, yeah.
Yeah. No, and then I thought, oh, we probably need chase. 'Cause that always happens, you sit down, especially if it's, like, not mixed drinks, if we're just doing shots and no beer or nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you want to have some kind of chaser, and we don't have anything to drink in this house other than water.
And almond milk.
Well...
Down to chaser with almond milk.
Yeah, chasing shots of tequila with some almond milk. But hey, guys, what's up?
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show.
So it's our weekly check-in, obviously.
How was your week this week?
It was okay. I worked a lot. And now that I have, like, a day off, I feel really kind of weirdly depressed in a way. I don't know how to explain it. I think it's more like I feel like last week kind of kicked my ass because I haven't had a day off since last Thursday. So I've worked for the last 7 days straight.
Mm-hmm.
Which is cool. Normally I don't work during the week, but I had taken off. I forgot that I had requested off Friday and Saturday. So tomorrow and Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I requested those off because
you have the 30th off, right? My birthday?
Yes. We'll get to that. But I had requested those 2 days off because I thought we were going to be able to go to Adult Swim Fest. But financially speaking, in our situation that we're in,
costs money, man. We don't.
It costs a lot of money. It's basically $50 a day each of us. So it's I'd be dropping $200, and that's just the tickets. That's not even the food, the transportation, the booze, everything. And you would have to take a day off work, which would also kind of set us back financially. So ultimately, as fun as it would be, there's only 2. I really weighed it out. There's only 3 things that I wanted to see there. And then just kind of being there. You probably more stuff. Mm-hmm. I had really wanted to see one Death Clock.
Yeah.
That would have been super cool.
For sure. I don't even remember the lineup. I just know that
I just knew who I wanted to see, though.
I just knew that I wasn't going, so I was like...
You gave up. No, because I was really... like that's kind of what I wanted to do for your birthday, but ultimately it's just... With our situation financially, no cars, no nothing. It's a little hard, so I just made the decision. It would be different, I think, if there were...
Did you show this on the Ratt Talk page?
No, I haven't. Okay. What was I gonna say though? I guess it's different, but there were only a few things that I wanted to see. So one was Death Clock, from Metalocalypse, of course, and then we wanted to see Iron Reagan, which would have been super cool because we love Iron Reagan. And then the third thing was on the second day, on Saturday, there would have been
a Rick and Morty preview.
A Rick and Morty.
Or a Rick and Morty premiere.
Yeah.
The day before, because it premiered the very next day on Sunday.
Right.
So.
Right. I think they were just premiering another episode because there's already been an episode that we've seen.
What do you mean?
It's
coming up, huh?
It has an
episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, what they were saying, it wasn't wasn't the season 4 premiere because the season 4 premiere already happened.
Yeah.
This would be just.
Sorry, I'm stoned.
It's okay. This would just be, I think it's like a preview of an episode. So that crowd would be the first ever to see that episode, and then it would come out later, which is fine. It's cool. And then I think you would have wanted to see the Eric Andre show.
Yeah,
live.
The live Eric Andre show. That would have been cool.
He fucking.
That would have been cool to see him destroy the stage.
Yeah, I guess.
Starting off like that. Because that's what they would have to do. Like.
Yeah, of course. Just having him do that live, which I guess would be cool. He bugs me. I can't even.
You don't like Eric Andre for some reason.
I don't even know why, though.
I know why.
Why?
I mean, because he seems like a loud, obnoxious, piece of shit.
Kinda, yeah. But
he was like that annoying kid in high school that just always had to push the limit.
Yeah. And then I think subconsciously I would think if I'm prone to not liking that guy because that guy is usually the one who costs the entire class from having fun. Because fucking Eric had to pull some stupid shit. We don't get our pizza party. Fuck you, Eric. So in my head, I'm thinking he's that guy. He's just I guess
fucking Eric, dude.
That's
goddamn Eric.
Even though he has nothing to do with me and his show and whatever, and I get it. We joke. We have the whole bird up thing. He's got I've watched that and watched it with you, and it's funny. But I think I can. It's one of those things that I can only handle in small doses. I can't sit there and binge watch it because I'm gonna be like, all right, this is fucking retarded. And I don't mean that in this. I don't say it to disparage the mentally handicapped. I'm saying literally, it's just watching that show makes me feel like it's turning I'm mentally handicapped.
It's making you dumber.
It's not even dumber, just more mentally challenged just watching it.
I just realized I can't really see the shot because I'm wearing sunglasses.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Matt. That was pretty good force. But yeah, so
right there, that's why.
Coming back to the to Adult Swim Fest.
Yeah, we're not going, so I don't know why the fuck we keep talking about it. It's making me sad now.
All right, I'm sorry.
But God damn it, yeah, Death Clock was gonna be there and Ryan Reagan,
those are. But that's the thing. I feel like I can't drop that kind of money on tickets if I'm only going to see 2 bands. If it was 3 that I was stoked on seeing, then maybe.
Yeah.
But there was only 2 bands. At the whole festival, there was only 2 bands on one day, and then the next day it would have just been Rick and Morty. And of course, I would have liked to catch. There's all kinds of probably shit to do, booths to look at.
At least you're still going to Slayer.
I am still going to Slayer too. We haven't talked about that on the show yet.
I think so. I think we have.
Well, if we haven't, actually, can I? Should we talk about this? I was given a ticket. I'm very blessed. I came up on a ticket. I wasn't planning on going.
But someone we know wasn't going, and
yep, I was just blessed with a ticket. So I'm really excited. I get to go. Hopefully it all works out because I know our seats aren't technically together, but
it's so cool.
Well, I'm still gonna be with you guys. I'm not gonna be just off by myself. No, I'll still go with you guys. But I don't think anyone's gonna be in all the shows that we've gone in that kind of way. Nobody is sitting. So
very true.
I think I can just stand behind your mom, and that's fine. Your mom doesn't take up a lot of space, so.
Yeah. It's true.
Do you think? I guess it's kind of a weird sort of thing to bring up on the podcast. Do you think that she'd mind? Because I know she originally bought the tickets, and that was like it just for her kids,
Yeah.
And I feel like, am I crashing a party with the kids?
She kind of mentioned that, but I don't think it was really a problem because either way, Julian's gonna be there with his dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's like I don't know what I mean. I can just go by myself, too. That's fine. I can. I mean.
Well, no, of course you're gonna hang out with us and everything. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. No, all right. I guess it's good to know that because I feel like it's weird. I don't want to crash the, the mom date party type deal, but I also don't want to just be alone at a show sitting there by myself. I'm not twiddling my thumbs. I mean, I'll have fun, but it's just like
I've done that before, dude.
Just gone by yourself. Been by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess it's. Yeah. I guess I just can't get too drunk. That's the thing. Or I get so drunk to where I don't care I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Here, I get so drunk that I don't care that I'm by myself. Or on the flip side of the coin, I get too drunk and I just get lost and belligerent. And
honestly, you guys are really lucky you found me because I was not looking for you guys when last time we saw Slayer.
Oh, yeah. God, that was a wild one.
Yeah, so, yep, this is Slayer Part 2.
Yeah, hopefully.
And it's on my birthday. I'm really trying not to drink that much. I'm like...
Y'all say that. Everybody... I feel like everyone in the family...
But I'm really going to try this time.
Honestly, I think I have enough motivation, because when we saw System, you were like, are you sure? Nah, you're going to get hammered. And it's like, no, I actually didn't get hammered. I was on a good level the entire time. And I remember the whole experience. On top of that, something else did happen at the show that kind of killed my buzz. But other than that, there was a couple things actually that happened at the show that killed my buzz because it was just so fucking madhouse there. Do you remember? Should I mention it? Or
no, I don't remember.
No, you don't remember? So whose shitty friend was that? Someone, I think it was Ryan or Julian's friend. That guy that brought his daughter.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah, and I just got a bad sense. So he brings his daughter. She's maybe 12, 13.
I think she was 13.
13. She brought a book to read. She was very, very, very shy, and she was totally not in her element. We're raging, about to go see, System of a Down. Everyone's drinking, having a good time. And I see her, and I'm just like, I chit-chat with her. I make small talk with her, and I just don't get a good sense seeing the way that the dad was drinking. And... just kind of how she was a little, I could just tell it wasn't a good situation going down, especially since we're going to go into this wild venue. So I gave her my phone number. I said, hey, honey, if something happens, because I know it's just going to be you and your dad, and he's pretty fucked up. Well, I didn't tell her dad was fucked up, but she already knew. I was like, just here's my number. You can call me or text me. If you need anything, just let me know. And sure enough, we get in there. They go off on their own, and she calls me before even System goes on. I can't hear her at all because there's no service there, but managed to get a couple texts from her, and I have no idea how to find her, but I guess some dude a couple was trying to fight them, someone was trying to fight her dad, and then that guy's chick.
Hey, do you want to breathe for a second and take these shots?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, okay. Here, which one do you want?
You can take the Stony. I'll take Star Wars. You can take the... Cheers, fuckers.
Woo.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. I poured those a long time ago.
Okay. But yeah, this dude was trying to fight her dad, and the dude's chick was trying to fight her. And she's like 13 and socially awkward and super shy, and she didn't know what to do. I mean, poor thing. They probably didn't even know that she was like a minor. She was like a little kid they were trying to fight. Yeah. So I felt so bad for her, and I told her, I'm like, find security.
It was just a bunch of drunk people.
Yeah, and her dad was the drunkest of the drunk people. And so
it is a competition. I don't know if you knew that.
Who can get the drunkest at the show?
Yeah, it's a game all of us men play with each other. It's just how fucked up can we get.
Totally.
And belligerent. Yeah.
Well, her dad got belligerent, and they got kicked out of the show. And her dad was too drunk to drive, so her mom had to pick her up. Yeah. But I felt so bad. But I'm at least glad that I had her number, at least so she could at least reach out to somebody. And later, the next day, I texted her, and she was like, "Thank you so much." So that was cool. And then the other thing, what was the other thing that killed my buzz? oh, we couldn't find your mom for the longest time, and she was getting pissed off because we had to kind of stop looking for her at one point. It was like, dude, we can't hear you. You're like, I'm over here. Like there's so many. I'm at this stand, and like there's a million stands that say beer. You can't just say you're at the beer stand. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So it was and then we didn't have any service, and then it was just a weird like. I had never seen that venue so packed.
Oh yeah, it was packed.
It was so insanely packed. So after all of that kind of stress, I sobered up, but system was awesome. That's why I feel like I don't want to get too drunk when I go to shows because I want to remember, but just drunk enough to where I'm like on a good level. You know, especially also if I'm pitting, that's also a big difference too. Because I don't want to get too trashed and then do a lap or two and feel like I'm gonna puke.
Yeah. Damn, that was a good show.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm having flashbacks right now. I feel like I'm in a fucking Vietnam movie.
Having system flashbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. But yeah, we're gonna go.
I didn't do any pitting in that show, actually.
When we saw System?
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, I didn't think I did.
Honestly,
anything.
the crowd were too tight to pit.
No, there's a pit behind us.
Yeah. Maybe.
The thing was there were no fires. There was no
so
fire
you couldn't
pits,
really see where the pits were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like it was just kind of, but it was literally like, I've never seen a show at that venue where it was like nuts to butts.
Yeah.
Everyone was like packed and on the lawn too.
Yeah, it was pretty hot.
Yeah, it was a trip seeing how packed the lawn was because usually, you know, when we've gone to see Slipknot, everything, like, you know, the shows that we've gone to see at the Samuel Amphitheater, it's or Glen Helen, whatever the fuck it's called now.
Mm-hmm.
On the lawn, there's usually enough space for everybody. You know, you can kind of stand way at the top and be away from everybody. You can go like towards the rail, like the very, very front of the lawn. It's kind of a little tight with people, but everything else is pretty open. You can see, oh, there's a pit over there. There's a pit over there. It's all, you know, you have room, you have space.
Yeah.
But this was all just like, everyone was super packed.
Yeah, and they had it cut off in those weird sections. It was like divided.
Yeah, they made aisles too to have like walkways, which was a total trip. Just seeing
yeah,
how
and they were
was.
actually on it too about keeping it clear. They were just telling people like, "Hey, hurry up! You got to keep moving."
Yeah, keep moving. You can't stop here.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you just kind of sneak. I mean, they didn't mind if you just walked through it, be like, okay, like get under it, and be like, okay, I'm literally at this aisle. I almost wish they would have like named it like streets, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Row A or
why? So people could steal the signs like they do at Knotfest?
No, but they don't make them as cool, you know. With Knotfest, that's a whole. They make them to steal. You know, they're asking for it if it's like literal song titles and it's for the campers. It's like they make those for campers to steal, but like just at a show if they're like, okay, like aisle 3, row B or whatever, just so you can know which ways. Like I'm by the main walkway in this designated aisle.
Oh, that still wouldn't help my brother, even if.
I mean, yeah, that's the truth. The way everybody gets drunk, it's just like, I'm here. Like I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're here, man. What do you mean? You don't know. I know I'm not there. Where are you? You're not here.
Not here. Where's here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God, we went off. We were talking about our week.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about seeing System and
shows and stuff.
Yeah, we were planning on going to Adult Swim. That's why you have the weekend off.
Yeah. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do. I saw my best friend last night, my friend Marissa and her brother. They came out my way, or our way, our neck of the woods, and we went to a couple bars. God, we were giving shit, though. We were there at the bar at, like, 1. We went to Gem City at 1, and we caught so much attitude from the bartender. He's like, you guys have, like, 10 minutes. Last call already. He, like, turned off all the lights. We were just drinking in the dark. And I was like, oh, sorry. I thought you guys closed at 2. Didn't realize you closed early. He's like, yeah, I was going to close early, but you guys showed up. I was like, okay. Like, nothing but fucking. I was trying to be nice and friendly. He was being a fucking dick.
Yeah, you should have just been like, well, we can leave.
I know, but we already, poured this shit already. It's all right. We ended up going to Shady's actually later because we knew they'd be open. Fucking Shady's, I hate it there. But yeah, overall, it was an okay night.
How'd you get to Shady's?
We lifted. Yeah, we just lifted around.
Who was that Shady's?
Saw Vinny there, buddy Vinny. He was there. Saw this, someone from the Dollar who I don't fucking like was there too. Just like looked at me and just like gave me a dirty look. I'm just like, yeah, fuck you. I'm here too. And another regular from the Dollar. Yeah,
They're switching sides.
Huh?
They're switching sides.
Well, yeah. I mean, people they bitch and complain because I mean the Dollar doesn't have liquor and it's they raise their prices on everything. So they're just like, nah, fuck that. So yeah, people. I mean, they make their rounds. So some people, you know, they go around. How was your week?
Oh, my week was fucking tiring. That's what my week was.
You've still been doing your bike?
This is week number 2 of riding the bike, and I've rode back home for the first time yesterday.
How did that go? Wasn't too bad?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Took your time?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. But honestly, the bike ride now, after the first week, of course, it felt like shit. It still feels like shit, but it's a little less like shit because I've been pushing myself harder because I've been leaving later and still showing up on time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you have to push yourself to make it on time.
Pretty much. But
yeah, I guess you get to decide if you wake up in the morning. He's like, I can either wake up right now and take my time, or I could sleep an extra 10 minutes and have to haul ass.
Yeah, that's pretty much how how it goes down. Every morning I wake up a little early and I'm like, okay, I could just stay up, get ready,
and take my time and go.
But no. I have to get those couple extra minutes. I have to get those extra minutes.
Extra minutes of sleep or extra minutes of time?
Sleep.
I guess.
No, I don't really have to. Because I just feel like I tease myself. Like I get a little rest, and right when I'm like, I'm resting, and then it's like...
Burp. Yeah.
It's like, how?
Burp.
Burp. I don't have the burping alarm on my phone. Sorry, it's a nice soothing song that like bells. Yeah. But actually, you want to know what wakes me up about that ringtone, that alarm? What? It's nice and soft and everything, and I like that about it. But it's backed up with the fucking vibrate on it. Like, it's right beside my head. That's the first thing I hear on it.
So you hear the vibrating first before you hear the melody.
Yeah, but the melody is like, it's a little calming. I can't be that mad at my phone or my alarm.
Yeah.
You know, so it's nice and calm, soothing song, but it's the vibrate that actually wakes me up.
Yeah.
But my bike ride's okay. It's really weird, you know. I used to ride my bike a lot in high school when I was like in football and shit. Like, that's literally what I did on the weekends when I wasn't at practice. Is that I would ride my bike. And I mean, honestly, it's probably about the same distance because I would go from El Monte to the Whittier Dam, but I would go up like Lorzig to hop on the bike trail. And I went pretty far. I mean, no, I think maybe this bike ride is a little longer. Might be, but yeah, it was a nice, you know, that's just what I used to do. And getting back on it and going down a different trail this time, like there's a lot of homeless people. There's a lot of homeless people on this trail.
Gonna try to fight you for your bike.
I know.
Dude, you gotta take a knife with you or something.
Why? Just shake these motherfuckers.
I mean, yeah, you can get just an army of like 4 homeless dudes can just jump you.
Not fucking zombies, all right? Not yet, at least.
I mean, it's getting to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, the homelessness, it's getting to that point. They're just like, fuck everybody, fuck this fucker. We're gonna all be together. We're all gonna take everybody down.
Fuck this fucker. That's what.
Pretty much. Fuck this fucker. So let's take.
No, it's cool because I'm wearing sweatpants and a municipal waste sweater, so I look like one of them.
But you have a bike.
Yeah, they all have bikes too. They have bikes. It's okay.
Yeah, but they could steal yours for parts.
No, mine's not. I mean, mine's good. It's good, but it doesn't look good. You know.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah,
it's
got red handles on it. It's all green with the white support frame on the front and back wheel. Mm-hmm. It's pretty awesome.
It's like a Frankenstein bike.
Yeah, literally.
That's what you should call it, Frankenstein.
Mm-hmm. Its name is Frankenstein.
Yeah.
There you go. We just named my bike.
But
it's cool. Yeah, it's awesome.
Nice.
I like it. It keeps me perfectly undercover. It's it's funny. I look at the people that are, like you, because usually I guess the courteous thing is to wave hi to people when you're riding a bike past each other. like driving, That's what you do just casually. Just anytime you walk by a person, just like, hey. For some reason, you always do that when you're riding a bike. Anytime you pass anybody, you either head nod or throw up 2 fingers, whatever.
It's like a hey, bike gang.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like bikers do that too.
Yeah. So, so I'm riding by people, like the real official guys, the ones that have like the short shorts and the, the tight shirts.
They do this by choice.
Yeah. Like they're out there because that's their like daily routine. They have to do that.
That's their hobby.
Yeah, that's their hobby. They don't necessarily have to do that to make a living. They're just out there for fucking fun. And it's like, it's pretty cold in the morning when I leave. Yeah. But luckily I'm in the...
Have you seen the same people? Are you starting to recognize people?
No, not yet. There is one dude that I'm starting to recognize, but I haven't really paid attention enough. That's cool. I only started seeing him recently, so... Got it.
We'll see. Maybe by Christmas time you make a friend.
Mm-hmm. I'll be on the trail and I'll have a pace line. Mm-hmm. That used to actually happen to me when I was riding in bike in high school, in bike school.
In bike school? And then you had to go to bike school.
Yeah. I was riding hard in bike school. No, in high school when I would take the trail that I was telling you about, I would actually have a decent ass pace. Once it was pretty fucking bizarre because I was riding my bike and when I'm just riding, cruising and everything, I'm cruising, I'm listening to music, just jamming, like not even like nonchalantly, and I'm doing this for miles, like for a long stretch, and just out of my corner of my eye, I noticed like, wait, like I have a really long, like, so I look behind me and I look at my shadow, and there's like 4 other dudes behind me. I started by myself. Mm-hmm. But there's 4 other dudes behind me, and we were all in the line. And I kind of like, turned around, like what the fuck, like I took because I thought I was in their way or something or anything. But no, they like they braked and everything. Like they were going my pace, and I was like, oh, okay, fuck it. So I just kept going. You're like Forrest Gump on a bike. You started getting followers. Forrest Gump on a bike. That's a good one.
I just felt like biking.
Mm-hmm. And I had my own posse following me.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. All right. But I mean, I guess it's good for you. It's good exercise. You get your cardio in.
Oh, yeah. Hopefully.
The gut goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've noticed it's gotten a little smaller. I could see my penis now.
I haven't been able to see mine for a while. So.
Yeah. Take some time. It's okay.
Yeah, I need to work on it. I keep telling myself I'm too young to be this out of shape.
Yeah, that's what I tell myself all the time.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes.
And now here I am. Here I am forced. I am literally forced to ride a bike to work now, and that's the only exercise I'm getting. And I'm just like, yeah, I probably deserve it. I probably really deserve it. This is what I get. I keep telling myself I'm going to get fit. Mm-hmm. I never did it on my own. And God was just like, bam, now you have to, bitch.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool, though, because that's like...
Yeah, thanks, God.
I mean, but also that's like an accountability. You're lucky that at least you have that option to. Like, because if you worked any
Do you want
farther,
a bike? There's an extra bike at the house.
I think I have a bike.
Do you want to start riding the bike?
I have a bike in your Nana's garage.
Yeah, I know, but do you want one that actually works?
Mine works. I just need new tires on it or new.
Okay. Do you want to go get that bike and take it to Scott and be like, hey, can you fix this?
My bike?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess, yeah, but
Honestly, he'll probably sell it and get you a better bike.
yeah, maybe. But do I want to be a person? Do I want to ride a bike? Well, the point that I was trying to make, though, was that you have the option to. It's not like you work in, like, downtown Los Angeles to where you would have to, like, jump on the metro and then take your bike and then go on.
I mean, the Gold Line's right here, so it wouldn't be that. Honestly, it would not be that bad. I was even thinking about it, like, man, yeah, maybe I should ride my bike to a place where I can catch a bus and then ride the bike the rest of the way there.
Yeah.
But
no, but you have a trail.
I like the challenge of riding from home.
But also,
it sounds kind of badass. People are like, you ride all the way over here from Monrovia? I'm like, yeah, my legs are pretty tired, but got to keep working.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying, like, the fact that you have that trail, that it's pretty much not an exact straight shot for the most part, it's the trail is like a straight shot to where you need to be.
And it's a good straight shot.
Yeah.
Because I do have hills that I go down constantly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Riding back, just going straight down Valley to Peck and coming straight up is not that bad. I mean, because it is uphill for me, but it's not. It's over a big 4 or 5 mile stretch.
And you don't have a problem. I know you take your backpack, you put your lunch in there. You don't have a problem with that. Taking.
No, I like having my backpack.
Yeah.
Carrying extra weight.
Well, I'm glad it's working out for you.
And it's always lighter because I don't have my lunch.
Yeah, because it's in your belly already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's turning into poop. That's where my lunch is.
Well, I'm glad that the biking is at least working out for you.
I mean, kind of, because, like I said, the only time I've rode back was ridden.
Whatever.
Rodin.
The only time you've ridden back?
Yeah, was last night. So I've only done it once. I'm not doing it again tomorrow, but I think if I do, I'm going to take that route that I took last time.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad that it's working out for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's basically all I've been doing this week is just sleeping, riding to work, getting to work, going to work.
Yeah, we're pretty boring.
Coming back, going to work. Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been working and hitching rides over to work.
Mm-hmm. But you said you had a question for me. What were you going to ask?
Oh, yeah. So you listen, I know you listen to podcasts while you work because we share a Spotify and everything.
Yes. You are aware of the shit that I listen to.
Yes, I see all the shit you're listening to. Because I want to go play something, play a song, whatever, pop some Britney Spears or something, and then I see you're listening to your mom's house. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll let you listen to your shit because you're working.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. But and obviously we do a podcast. If you guys weren't aware, we do a podcast, listeners.
Oh, is this what this is?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought I was just recording my memoirs.
Exactly. What's podcast, memoirs? What's the difference?
Yeah, pretty much at this point.
But who would you say would be your biggest influence or inspiration as a podcaster? Like, if you've listened to anyone who does some form of this, sitting down in front of a microphone and talking, who would you say inspires you and kind of inspires Ratt Talk in a sense? Because you've said that you've always wanted to do a podcast, and you kind of like you just jumped in, you started doing it, great. But who have you listened to has just made you like, I want what he has, or I like what he does, and I want to do that in my own style. Like, who influences you in that way?
I mean, that is a good question, and it's throwing me in a loop.
Really?
Well, because there's like a million answers. You asked like 25 different questions.
Well, I mean, it's
All were good and amazing, and I can't. Because there's a lot of. I mean, I have a lot of influences. There's a lot of people that inspired me to start the podcast. Like you already, like you, yeah, you just like you mentioned yourself. Like I've Ryan's basically my inspiration. Like the reason why I started and everything. Like because.
mm-hmm.
He was always there to want to be like the first one to do it and everything. So always shout out to my brother Ryan D. So, but as far as the way I present myself, because obviously me and him have different tastes. Like I'm more of like a improv guy. He likes stand up and everything. Like
So Ryan was the inspiration to get up and do it.
yes.
Who inspired your style?
I try to. It changes, I try to be versatile and make sure that I represent what I'm into at the moment.
But you also want some form of consistency too.
Well, definitely, yes. Once exactly like I have my thing. I feel like I finally found what I'm into and like what my staple is. Like, well, I just like to hang out and talk about your weekend. What are you doing right now? What's what's the next move, or what's the situation right now? Let's talk about it so that way we can figure out what's going to happen next.
Okay. And does that wanting to do that come from any other podcaster? Radio personality?
I hope not.
No?
I hope that's my original idea. That's kind of what I'm brushing off of. But the way that I'm presenting it, I guess, like people who I look up to and get inspiration from, is one definitely Ralph Garman.
Of course.
Yeah, like I grew up listening to that guy on K-Rock when, my parents, that's what they listened to was the radio, so they had the radio on for us.
What is it about him and listening to him specifically? What's your takeaway?
Being creative, like the creativity aspect of it. Like I'm always trying to throw in segments and
Like
try
a creative segment in a way.
Yeah. I'm trying to find my exact thing that
So
I can.
You
build
admire
off
his creativity, essentially.
Yeah.
Is there any other podcasters that you
and then there's
kind of
just
model
people,
yourself after?
There's just people who inspire me as far as like their interview skills of doing the research and talking to people and trying
I was just
to
gonna get to that. Yeah.
Yeah, and trying to ask the good questions of try to get to the core of the person, to get to who they are as far as like what represents them, other than what they're doing right now. What I guess mainstream Hollywood is.
Correct. So what inspired me to ask you this question was because of Sean Evans and Hot Ones.
Yeah.
We watch.
He's one of my new inspirations.
Yeah,
he's another person that I look up to. Like,
and honestly, I
would love to meet Sean Evans and talk to him and get his advice and
100% too. I feel like that's kind of for the first time. Like, I'm not like a huge podcast listener. The ones that I have listened to are very specific. Like I'll listen to RuPaul's podcast because he has, drag queens on there, and I obviously like RuPaul's Drag Race, and it's kind of that's a little bit more my niche. But I don't really dive into as many podcasts as you listen to. But we've been watching.
Rob Paulson is another one.
Oh yeah. You like Rob Paulson a lot. Because you like. I mean, you're interested in the voice acting too, and I feel like he has such a good concept for a show. I think from what I've seen from good, successful shows, podcasts, anything, they kind of have a successful sort of shtick, but then they're good itself, if that makes sense. Like their shtick is, and it's perfect because for voice acting, people are automatically going to be interesting. Like, oh, I know that voice. I recognize that voice, and then for a second they'll do that. On the show.
Yeah, I mean, because you honestly don't really think about it too when you're as far as like the voice acting aspect of it goes, because there's commercials, there's video games, there's audiobooks, there's like.
But ultimately, I feel like somebody who is I feel like
there's cartoons. There
the formula
series.
I'm saying the formula for a good show, whether it's a YouTube series like Hot Ones or a podcast like Talkin' Tunes, they have a certain shtick. So you're eating spicy wings, or you're having voice actors on there, and then you do the thing where you get a script, and they each do a voice that they can do, and they read the script together in those voices, and it's hilarious because these are skilled people. But that's kind of their shtick. But on top of that, there kind of has to be a certain skill that they have that keeps you listening to where they're not kind of aimlessly rambling. There is like a formula there.
Yeah.
Why I really like Hot Ones a lot and I have a respect for Sean Evans is because he asks such good questions.
Yeah.
I feel
definitely, of course.
I love watching his interviews because the person who he's interviewing always feels so comfortable, and they're like, "Wow, like that's a good question," and they seem like they're genuinely like they're
surprised. They are genuinely surprised.
They're surprised
of
because
the questions that they
famous
have.
people. They're always doing. They always do those interviews. Oh, sure. We'll do the shot. Cheers. Clink. Ugh.
Ooh.
Ugh. Okay. All right. But essentially, celebrities, they do these interviews nonstop all the time. I'm sure they're always asked the same basic questions, and I think he knows that. So he does his research on each person. And I feel like as a viewer, it's interesting because I didn't know this about this person, this actor. We watched, we just watched the one with Gabriel Iglesias, Fluffy, and he kind of started off saying like, "Oh yeah, you collect vintage Volkswagen vans." I didn't fucking know that.
Yeah,
and I don't think he's used to talking about that in an interview. So I think he's genuinely like excited like that he gets to talk about that for once in an interview where he's not just talking about his usual comedy shtick. And I think that's why
I spilled a little bit on myself. It's like getting stuck to my leg.
So I basically dig that he asks the questions that you don't normally hear. And I think it's kind of the irony of it is he puts the guest at ease because it's such a good interview while they're killing themselves eating the spicy wings and they're breaking a sweat. So it's like they're genuinely enjoying the interview while they're in pain. So I think that formula is really kind of set himself up for really good
broadcasting.
Yeah, absolutely great broadcasting. I like watching him and the questions that he comes up with. It kind of inspires me to, I guess, learn how to ask better questions. That makes sense?
Yes, that does make sense.
Yeah.
And I hope you achieve that goal. Do you feel like you're getting better at it?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, you were kind of that kind of dawned on me, and then that's why the question, the podcast influencer.
The podcast inserter?
Podcast inserter, yeah. No, when I asked you.
Yeah, that is my phone, is my podcast inserter. It inserts the podcast into my brain.
Yes, your phone inserts podcast into your brain.
Well, it's a two-piece job. I got my phone and my headphones.
Yeah. But I'm hoping by the next time we have a guest on.
Yes. Well, hopefully be next week.
Yeah. And just kind of getting ideas for questions. Kind of in the way that he stages his questions in a way. I kind of want to, I don't want to steal his shtick, but I really do like his Instagram deep dive that he does. Which makes sense, though, because he does a lot of research on his guests before they're on.
Yeah, we can totally be like good interviewers, too, and still not have to steal anybody else's segments.
Oh, no, I'm not saying completely steal a segment. What I'm just saying is, like, the fact that he kind of dives on their Instagram. Mm-hmm. I feel like that is I kind of like that as part of your research, because I'm always on fucking Instagram, so why not the next time we have somebody on, I can kind of look at their Instagram and ask them a kind of very oddly specific question, like, hey, how did you know that I went to Japan 2 years ago? Like, da-da-da. And it's like, oh, yeah, I did my research. Like, something along those lines. Hey, Steven, who's on our live feed. Yeah, we do need to break out the hot chocolate, but we're poor, so we got the tequila.
Yeah, there you go. The poor man's hot chocolate.
Poor man's hot chocolate.
Tequila.
It's okay. I like that. I appreciate that he said that he puts
What do you say?
He said that he puts on alerts for when we go live. Yeah. So he said he just jumped on it. He didn't get the alert and he jumped on it super late. But I appreciate the fact that somebody actually cares to keep up.
Yep. Thank you, Steve.
Thanks, man. Mm-hmm. He's also
we gotta have you guys back on.
Yes, please.
I don't know if you noticed, but we're having a lot of returning guests. So
we love our returning guests. But Steven's actually been in talks with me. I don't think I've even told you. They're in talks of shooting a music video.
Oh yes, yeah. You told me. Mm-hmm.
And
I've been in talks of being in that video too. So
hey,
yeah,
I thought I was special.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Steven?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I thought I was special.
Oh shit! What the fuck did I do?
What did you do? Did you
I
break
didn't
something?
do anything. No.
Wouldn't hot chocolate be cheaper?
You guys are still there?
You'd think hot chocolate would be cheaper.
No, it is very much cheaper.
It is?
Yes. Yes.
But liquor's...
Yeah. But liquor's quicker, you know.
Liquor's quicker.
You're like an old man right now with the...
Yeah,
Shani, you know, the tequila really puts the hair on the chest.
Oh my God, you know who you sounded exactly like?
Who?
Grandpa Phil on Hey Arnold.
Kind of. I can't really do a Grandpa Phil that great. Hey, short man.
A little less southern.
Yeah.
That's good though. You sound better when you try less.
Yeah, thanks.
No,
try less.
That's not even being shady. I feel like,
hey, you want to be good? Don't try.
You know, essentially that is on okay, so I've been reading this book.
But if I don't try, then I'm just gonna sit at home and play video games. That's my dilemma.
Who the fuck? It's on their grave.
Who?
Somebody has Don't Try.
Don't try, just do. I'm pretty sure that was Yoda.
No. Do or do not. There is no try. Charles Bukowski.
Who?
Charles Bukowski.
Yeah, who?
He's an American author.
Oh. What did he write? This is a good name drop.
Right? But on his grave, okay, here's a picture of his grave, just as reference. It says, "Don't try" on there.
Ah, see? There you go. And look, he's got a little spermie.
Spermie?
Yeah, isn't that a sperm?
No,
What
it's a
is it?
boxer. Oh, that's a little monkey.
No, it's...
Right here, underneath? Yeah, it's supposed to be like a little boxer. What do you think? Why would someone have a sperm on their grave?
I don't know, because he just fucking fucked a lot.
No.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a boxer. That's pretty... I don't know why one arm is longer than the other.
Oh, no.
Looks like a fucking sperm. Maybe that's what he really wanted. To, like, hide.
He wanted to hide sperm?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are you looking up now?
Books that he's written.
Oh.
Shit that he's written, because I can't...
I thought you had his name right there. Shouldn't there have been a list already?
No, it's just a picture of his grave.
Oh.
But
yeah, don't try.
Essentially, it's don't...
That's just my philosophy. Don't try.
But he had to try to a certain extent, though, to become a published author.
Yeah.
But I think the point that it was trying to make, not he, but in the book that I was reading that had mentioned him, was that he...
Might it have been his autobiography that you were reading?
No. It's The Art of Not Giving a Fuck is the name of the book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Little harder.
Yeah, the one that I've been listening to. And
Is it that guy? It's that guy?
He didn't write the book.
Oh.
But he's mentioned in the beginning of the book, saying it's like, okay, so this guy, he was...
Oh, did he write the what is it, the foreword or something like that?
No, he didn't write the foreword.
The foreword?
The foreword.
Or is it forward?
He didn't write the foreword. Do you have any
Is
other...
it forward or forward?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Do you have any other guesses as to what I was going to say?
What were you saying?
So, at the beginning of this book, that was not written by Charles Bukowski...
But was written by...
some motherfucker.
This motherfucker who wrote this book. The book that we're talking about right now. The Art of Not Giving a Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
At the beginning of the book...
The writer of this book...
Yes. mentions
This guy.
yes,
All right.
and he talks about how on his grave it says "Don't try,"
Yes.
and he says it's strange to quote someone who is or who was an alcoholic, just kind of just an asshole, not the best person to model yourself after as far as how to live your life correctly. The one thing he did was for so long he was trying to be published, so he was writing what he thought would get published. But the second he just didn't try, didn't give a fuck, wrote whatever the fuck he wanted, that's when his shit was picked up. And just because, yeah, he's an asshole, but that's kind of, he was authentically himself. He didn't try to be anybody else. And ultimately, that is what led him to success. Not that we should model ourselves after him and his lifestyle and how he lived, but
Yes.
yeah, that's the point I was trying to make. God, you made that so fucking difficult.
I had to make sure we had everything out there. Now there was a lesson learned. People learn from this right now. Do you not understand? Anybody that heard this is like, wow, that is very well thought out, researched, and backed up.
Yeah.
And holy cow, you were right.
Don't drop that mic. It's expensive.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. Soft mic drop.
Soft mic drop. Mic catch.
Yeah.
Jesus, you make me want to drink some more.
Oh, you want to drink some more? Don't mind if I do.
Jeez. Oh, why were we talking about it? Oh, yeah, because they were saying don't try. You should try less.
Yes.
I think.
No, do less. Pop down.
Pop up.
All right, pop up.
Do
No,
less.
do less.
We got to do something.
Now you're just laying there. It looks like you're boogie boarding.
That movie's so fucking funny. But ultimately, I feel like that's kind of the key to a lot of things is to just not try. I feel like all the best people I know or all the coolest people I know, it's like, God, how do they do that? They literally don't fucking try. They just kind of do shit.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of awesome.
Well, the first step is get out there. First step is just to get out there, throw your name out there, do whatever you can to get, and then get comfortable in your own skin and just be like, fuck it.
Wouldn't you need to be comfortable in your own skin first to throw yourself out there?
No.
No?
No. Not if this is if that's the business that you're trying to get in.
What do you mean?
You just throw yourself in there and see what catches first.
Yeah.
And if people don't like it, then relax. Calm down. Take it back.
I feel like,
Put it back out there.
I think
Hand gestures that nobody can see.
I think both
Unless you're watching this. Thank you.
I think both of those steps are kind of one. You can't do one without the other. You can't throw yourself out there unless you're sure of yourself. But if, yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to throw yourself out there if you're not sure.
Yeah.
But if you're not sure,
Well,
how do you throw yourself out there?
But you throw yourself out there even though you're not sure. That's the thing, though. Like, you know that you're not sure, but you're sure.
You're sure that you're not sure.
Yeah, you're sure that you're not sure. So
Okay, you're just going to do it.
So you're going to do it.
I feel like that kind of, it takes a certain level of certainty to be certain about doing something.
That is very certain.
The fuck?
Oh, no, you're deaf. What am I saying? You can't hear me. Quick, Amanda can't hear. What the fuck? What's she fucking saying?
What?
What?
My headphones became unplugged. God, this is just great podcasting.
It is. This is fun. You ready for this other shot?
I guess those were days all over.
What are we at? Shot number 3? Oh, look, and there's 3 viewers. Hey, 3 viewers, this is to you.
There's actually 2, but
Oh,
it's
well.
cool.
I'm sorry, I'm going blind.
Cheers.
Ooh,
Ugh. So,
it's getting warmer.
So I learned not too long ago, well, a little while ago, about why you cheers when you cheers somebody and then you cheers the table and then you drink it. I recently.
To the homies.
Well, I mean, it's like pouring one out for the homies, but
it's for the homies. But with shots.
But I was recently told that it was that it's to cheers the people who can't be here, people who've like passed on, you know.
Yeah, for the homies.
Yeah, like how you would pour one out for the homies, except you're not pouring out the shot that you just poured, and you're just kind of being like, all right, cheers to us, cheers to
the dead,
cheers to those who would love to be here, and then you take your shot. And I always think about that. Maybe that's why I get depressed after a while, after drinking for a while.
Yeah, maybe. Fucking bummer. Sorry.
I mean, there's a certain level of comfort in it too. I think, as I told my friend Priscilla, about that, and that kind of made her feel good in a sense because we've done shots of tequila before, and that was her older sister's drink of. That was her older sister's drink of choice.
Priscilla's older sister?
Yes, who is no longer with us. So for a while, like, you know, she'd kind of get sad because I would remind, you know.
Should we have said her name and then mentioned her older sister?
What, Priscilla's older sister?
Yeah, can we stop saying her name?
Who? What?
Nothing.
What? Anyway. You threw me. I don't know what you could say.
Sorry, I'm really high.
Yeah, I know. It brought her comfort in a way because we were doing shots of tequila, and she's like, "Oh yeah, reminds me of my sister." And I was like, "Well, you know, we cheers to us, and then you knock the table because it's kind of cheers to those you wish." So it's kind of like a cheers to your sister who you would obviously love to be here, but who isn't. But it's kind of an acknowledgement of her, and she's like, "I love that." So now she does that, and she thinks of her, and it kind of brings her like just a little bit of, I don't know if joy is the right word, but maybe a certain sense of comfort.
Mm-hmm.
So
makes
I always think of that, like, you know, do cheers and cheers to people who maybe wish we were here.
Yeah, makes sense.
No, Stephen, we have not checked out the DeLorean. The Amanda DeLorean.
The what?
Mandalorian.
A Mandalorian?
Yeah. I mean, the show, The Mandalorian, but I was like, because it sounds like DeLorean, like the car.
Or we can just call you a Mandalorian.
I'm a Mandalorian. Oh.
That's good. That's a good one. That's better than what? What are we?
Amandark.
Amanders.
Amanders.
Amandark. Amandizzle.
I like Mandark.
A Mandalorian. That's
a Mandalorian. I like Mandark. Amandizzle. Amander. I feel like it's just been shortened to Dur sometimes.
Yeah, we'll just make some hats. You know, we'll custom make our own hats with your name on it.
Sure.
Yeah. All the different ones.
But
It'll
no, we
like
haven't.
A special edition you get in a box, you know, mystery box.
But no, we haven't checked out The Mandalorian because we don't
have Disney Plus. Don't fucking spoil it any more than fucking the internet has.
It's gonna be spoiled for you. I guarantee.
It already is.
But
it already is. It already fucking is. I wanted to be the first to see Baby Yoda. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been nice to hear about on my own.
Yep, but it was spoiled.
Bastards.
But that's okay. I'm almost certain I think we're going to get Disney Plus, but I just want to wait until December because I have a feeling they're probably going to do like
a Christmas deal.
A Christmas deal, yeah. They're probably going to be like, it's $50 for the year instead of like $70 for the year or something like that, you know? Or 60, whatever. They'll probably knock off some dollars for it, and I'd buy it. Fuck, sure.
Yeah. I totally just scratched my ass right now, by the way.
I can see that.
Yeah. My butt's getting sweaty on here.
Do you know what the highest rated thing when they first launched Disney Plus, like the most watched thing on there?
The most searched or the most watched?
The most watched.
The most watched.
Of all the things on Disney Plus, what was the most watched thing?
Tell me.
Simpsons.
Oh. Yeah. All right. I guess.
That's that.
Wait, so did the day it dropped?
Mm-hmm. The day it
Was
dropped.
it the day that it was cut off from Hulu and everything else?
It's not on Hulu anymore? I don't know. Maybe. I know it was on Hulu for a little while, but it was just like new episodes.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't the good shit.
Yeah. Whereas
it was not the good shit. You hear me? It wasn't the good shit.
Where Disney Plus has everything.
Yes.
So that's reason enough. Having The Simpsons
Dude, Disney... Okay, seriously, Disney Plus looks like really fucking good.
Oh, yeah.
I'm seriously going to cave and just be like, dude, we need to get it.
Can you wait a couple more weeks? Can you wait a month?
I'm trying.
Can you wait a month?
I'm trying.
That's what they're banking on. Everyone's going to scramble and try to get it.
Darkwing Duck, the Mighty Ducks.
You know what I just
fucking gargoyles?
You know what I just realized?
Huh.
I don't think we can watch. Is it something that you could have multiple profiles on?
Maybe. I don't
it?
fucking know. Let's just get it. Let's get our own so that we can be like, no, we got that shit, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, because I'm thinking like there's so many things I want to watch that I don't really care if I watch it with you or not. Like I'm going to watch it myself.
Wow.
I know there's certain things that you're going to want to watch.
Dude, I swear to God, if you watch That's So Raven without me, I'm going to be super fucking pissed, dude. All right?
You know I wasn't
that
allowed...
and Lizzie McGuire.
Oh,
if
what?
you fucking watch both of those shows...
watch Lizzie McGuire.
Dude, if you watch both of those shows without me, I'm going to be super pissed off.
Whatever. I'm all about Kim Possible, though. I'm going to binge
Even
watch
Stevens? You better not fucking watch that shit without me.
Dude, there's so much to fucking watch at this point. Like I feel like the first thing, like I'm just gonna like
the Halloween Town movies too. The first 3.
Everything. I'm just gonna fucking freak out. Like, oh, I want to watch that, and then you're just gonna not be able to decide what you want to watch. It's gonna be fucking overwhelming,
dude. And all the classics. They have all the classics on there too, except for Song of the South. That's not on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have all the classics.
Well, I just don't heard about everything.
I think you're quoting Dumbo.
No, is it Dumbo? No, it's the same thing.
No, it's not. I mean...
No. It's Song of the South. The Song of the South was the crows, right?
No, Dumbo had the crows. I never seen an elephant fly.
Yeah, that's true.
I heard a house. I heard of a house fly. Me.
Wait, then which one's the Song of the South? Were those actual people?
Song of the South was... I think it was the same. I think they still had crows in it too. Yeah. Or no, the Song of the South was Splash Mountain stuff. And have Zippity Doo Dah on there and
shit. Yeah, they still love the ride, that's for sure.
Yeah. That's so funny. I'm wondering if they're ever going to revamp Splash Mountain and just like strip it of like...
They already did close it down like 5 times.
I haven't gone on it in so long.
Yeah, I don't think the drops.
I know you don't like the drop, huh? That one fucking drop in there. It's not even
one drop in there. No,
it's not even that. You know,
dude.
They changed it. Years ago, it was way more steep.
Oh yeah, I know.
No, it's not as steep anymore.
Somebody spiked themselves on the goddamn antlers up there.
No.
Yeah, that was the rumor.
No.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, the accident on Ball Avenue.
What?
Yeah, it's Ball, right?
The street.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
there's a bell. I don't know. Anytime there's an accident, that's the address they give. That's where the ambulance and everything. The ambulance.
Ambulance.
Yeah. That's where the fire department
Black
and
Betty
paramedics and everything. Yeah, that's where everybody goes in. That's the address they give them, and that's the road that they take to get to wherever they need to get into the park, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does that have to do? I don't think anybody impaled themselves on Splash Mountain.
I'm pretty sure somebody did.
No, I think it was just steep. And
people died on log rides. It was either Knott's Berry Farm or Disneyland, but somebody fucking died on a log ride.
It was at
and
Knott's.
It was 2 people. It was a mom and her daughter.
Yeah, no,
yes, it was a big giant fucking story.
I think the log ride. I think that was Knott's. I know somebody died.
No, I said it was a log ride. I didn't say it was the log ride.
There is no the log ride.
What do you mean? Fucking Splash Mountain. You ride in logs.
Yeah.
That's a log ride.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody died on Splash Mountain. I know for a fact someone died on Thunder Mountain.
Somebody out there, Google that shit right now. Google it. Look it up.
Disneyland deaths.
Disneyland deaths. We can't. Yeah.
Whatever.
Let me see. Huh? I can't believe it. No.
No, I don't think anybody died on Splash Mountain.
I'm pretty sure people died on Splash Mountain.
I think someone died on Roger Rabbit. I remember hearing that shit.
I remember hearing that shit too.
Oh, I don't think anybody died. I heard somebody lost like an arm or a finger or something.
I heard they died, but maybe they just lost a finger or an arm.
Limb.
Yeah, like they were ripped from the fucking...
They were like launched from the thing.
I didn't mean
You smacked me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they spun it too fast and they were launched from the car.
Yeah.
I think the next one came and like zoop.
And what?
Zoop.
And zoop.
There goes the finger or an arm or whatever. Yeah.
Sorry, I needed a sip of water.
Why did we start talking about people dying at Disneyland? Log rides.
Well, because we were talking about Disneyland and shit.
We were talking about log rides.
Well, we were talking about Disney Plus.
Oh, Disney Plus. Oh, a Song of the South.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one consistent thing that we've had on this podcast is we backtrack. Like, how the fuck did we start talking about this? Oh yeah, Disney Plus. That's how we got here.
There you go. Maybe that's our shtick. We should just be like, hey, we're the podcast where we talk about a bunch of shit,
and then we try to remember.
Then we try to remember exactly what we just talked about.
We try to remember how we started talking about this
Boom,
shit.
there you go. That's it. New setup. We're fucking basing it on that. We're going to have a bunch of weed and beer and tequila. That's going to be everything.
Those drunk people trying to remember why they started talking about what they were
Dude,
talking
yeah,
about.
and all of our guests, hey man, do you indulge? You either smoke weed, drink beer, or take shots. And
But what if they're completely
sober? If they
sober?
say no to any of those things, sorry, you're probably not one of our guests. And then we move on to the next one. We hit somebody else up and then be like, hey, are you into this?
That's not true.
No, that's it. That's what's going to have to happen because we're going to start off with either a shot or sparking something up and then being like, hey, man, so what about this? And then start a conversation. And then,
I don't want to discriminate
and right in the middle of it, be like, wait, what were we just talking about?
Nah. I mean, I think it would be fun, but I don't think we need to do that every time.
No, we need to do that every time.
No, because I feel like we've had guests on that don't indulge, and that's fine.
Like who?
Forbidden.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Forbidden doesn't drink.
No, she was on when she did drink, though, and everything.
I don't think she drinks right now.
No.
Maybe she smokes weed.
See, yeah, that's
Maybe.
fine. We can get super stoned.
Yeah, I don't like to get stoned. I mean, I'll drink, but I don't get stoned.
No, you don't have to. Again, you don't. We're gonna have tequila and beer at all times. That's what I'm saying. We gotta get it. We gotta get a tequila sponsor and a beer sponsor.
Jose Cuervo, sponsor us.
And then we'll just grow our own weed. Boom.
Your mom's house weed.
Bam. I got it. I got it.
Thanks. Can I explain it for those who don't get it?
A podcast that I like is Your Mom's House.
Uh-huh.
And my mom grows weed at her house.
Yep. Your mom's house weed.
My mom's house weed. Yes. We're going to have that. It's going to be an actual strand now.
Your mom's house weed. Maybe if it picks up, if we get a cease and desist from Your Mom's House podcast, we'll know we did something. Or we'll just give them some, be like, hey, we named a weed after you guys, kind of.
No, yeah, no, we'll definitely. If we did that, be like, hey, no, like we got our strand of weed is named after this one, so
yeah,
go look up this one.
Yeah, cool.
We just have the weed.
It's not even that great. The weed from Your Mom's House.
You don't fucking say that now because Your Mom's House is looking at us like, yo, these motherfuckers are trying to hop on our game and shit. And you're gonna be like, yeah, our weed's not even that good.
I mean, I think it does the job, and there's plenty of it.
You are seriously fucking up our sales pitch right now,
all right.
and you need to stop talking.
Okay. It's good. It's great. It's the best damn weed ever.
It fucking works.
It works.
That's the slogan right there. Your Mom's House weed.
It works.
Fucking works.
There you go.
Shout out Tom Segura and Christina Pete.
Yeah.
There you go. See? Boom.
There you
Plug. We're covered. We're good. All right. You ready to take it out?
Yeah.
All right, let's take it out.
At about an hour.
Okay, so we're gonna take it out on a song by Alien Weaponry. We featured them a couple weeks back, and
I'm still hyped on him. Honestly,
yeah, Amanda is really hyped on him. She's like, "Are we gonna play?" The last 2 weeks, she was like, "We're gonna play Alien Weaponry." I'm like, "No, we got guests here."
Because the last time you played them, you just picked whatever song, and it was a song I didn't really like.
Yes,
love.
So I was very particular of the song that I picked because I wanted to be able to pronounce it. So. Here to introduce the Alien Weaponry song is Amanda. So go ahead.
I hope I'm saying this correctly. It is Ru'ana Te Wenua.
Hold on, wait, one more time.
Ru'ana Te Wenua. Ru'ana Te Wenua.
And do you know the background of it or anything?
Hell no. I just know it's a super fucking
so
cool
then
ass song.
say it like you think it should. Don't say it like a white person. Ru'ana Te Tahua.
Ru'ana Te Tahua. I totally fucked it up too. I've got 3 shots in me. Leave me alone.
No. You got to say it like you fucking mean it. Say it like a goddamn Viking.
Ru'ana Te Wenua.
There you go.
All right. By Alien Weaponry. It's a cool ass song. I dig it. I fucks with it.
Thank you, everybody that tuned in. Thank you, everybody that's tuning out. We appreciate all of you.
Have a good night, guys.
I love you, Amanda.
I know.
Bye.
Whakarongo mai ki te tangi o ngā pūrunga i te taumata, a whakainai nā.